Alright, welcome back, guys. We got a special treat for you today. We're going here looking at our third annual Throw for the Warriors doubles tournament at Riverview Park in North Augusta, South Carolina. Here I am. We're starting off hole 3. It's not my favorite hole to start off on, but hey, you can see had some trouble right there. Right now, my throws are kind of off. Here's my partner, Keith Augustine. Again, he didn't really start off great either. So we take my shot in kind of a bind here. I kind of almost fell down that hill trying to get there. It was still early in the morning. It was pretty slippery, but I get it pretty close. You see Keith even struggling kind of getting down there a little bit. But again, just kind of trying to save par more or less right here. And it gets it close enough where we just kind of just dump it in. So easy 3 there. All right, hole 4. This is one of the longer holes, par 4. There was a decent shot down there. Kind of hodges out too quick. Again, I come here. I think I'm throwing my instinct. Still trying to figure out what to throw. I've been kind of everywhere, so I'm throwing too high at this point in time. That kind of happens early in the tournaments for me. If I get down a few holes, I guess I gotta do a better job of warming up. But again, this day wasn't really a serious tournament, more or less. I'm just kind of out there having fun with some friends. I think I'm throwing a razor claw here again. Still too high. I just don't do a good job. We'll see throughout this whole video. Sometimes Keith carries us, sometimes I carry us. We didn't really work too well as partners. So Keith throws left-handed this time and gets a big skip. I'm throwing, I believe I'm throwing a buzz here. Now razor claw again, and just too early release. So I didn't really do a good job. But regardless, we're in a position where we can at least get close enough to save it here, and we just kind of duff it. This is a putt that's makeable. And didn't really have good footing to push off on. I ended up leaving it short, I believe, and to the right. So that's pretty terrible. There we are. So hole 5. This one's a little bit tricky. Again, it's kind of short. Not sure how accurate these distances are. Again, I got this from U-Disc. It takes a hard left-hand turn up a slight little incline up here. So it's kind of hard to judge how far you got to throw it before you turn in. I'm throwing a T-bird right here, I believe. It's a decent shot. Probably a little bit too far before it starts turning or fading. But hey, it's like I said, it was decent. Again, we have a gap here, and usually I can hit this gap, but this is just another terrible putt. Again, not really getting a whole lot of chance to warm up, and I dink the tree. And I believe Keith does the same thing. But again, we were able to save our par here, so ain't too much of a big deal. But again, it's point we're 1 over because we bogeyed the stupid par 4. All right, hole 6 here. This was a tough hole for a backhander because again, you got to throw a big turnover shot. It goes all the way to the right. It's really a forehand shot, and I get a good key trick at the end. I end up parking that hole. You'll see. And Keith, it should have been his hole, but he had early release, and he banked some trees as well. So you can see I got pretty close. I was actually probably close to the pin, but I didn't put in, so I didn't even bother marking it. But this is an easy birdie for us, so I was happy with it. That's probably the best spot I've ever been on that hole. I think I hit a tree below it and got a good kick up by the basket. Hole 7 is uphill, good incline here. I throw a decent shot here. It probably would have been better, but it hit a bush and didn't get a good skip. He's going lefty again. He kind of throws a little bit too early, and it fades out. One of the guys on his card, he absolutely parked this hole. It's one of the best shots I've seen on that hole. Make a little run at it here, but again, nothing really was threatened too much. We're outside the circle a little bit, so we're able to at least jump putt a little bit. But again, another easy par. But again, pars don't win doubles tournaments. You gotta have some birdies. So we clean it up, no issues. This was really the first cool day we've had so far this year. This is early October. That's why I'm wearing long sleeves. Little tight gap here, little short hole again. You got a creek on the right side. You got to get through. You got a Mando on our right hand tree that you have to go to the left of. So it's a tough little shot. I threw a very light buzz and I kind of turned over, but I got a decent kick. Keith was actually a little bit further, but he didn't really have a good angle, so we thought this was a better angle to it. Straight at it. I kind of baby it. I don't throw it far enough. And Keith, playing good partner golf, does the exact same thing. So we got a little tester putt here for par. It should be easy makeable putt. So let Keith kind of finish it off, and he doinks it. So now I'm kind of nervous. Now I got to make this just to say par, and got kind of nervous because it's kind of high. So hole 9, kind of up, face to the left a little bit, way too early release, and again my drive's everywhere. I'm opening it up too soon. My pullback is not good. I'm swinging back too low instead of pulling straight back. So I got to do some things as far as form to get better on my drives, because that's part of my game right now. That's really hurting me more than anything. I'm not getting off the tee box really well. So I take Keith's drive because mine was terrible. So we're in these bushes, and we didn't really have a good upshot here. I hit this little 4-inch tree somehow, but again, we're still close enough for par. I think the other car, they might have birdied that one too. So hole 10 here. It's a neat little hole. It's downhill a little bit. It goes off to the left over a little creek. Keith has a decent shot here. About hits the spotters down there. I decided to throw, I believe, beat in Avenger here. Again, I slip, open up too soon, and that goes to the right. It gets a tree kick all the way across to the left side of the fairway. I was playing by myself. I could play it. It would have been decent, but Keith had a more open shot, so we tried it again. A little run here. He gets up close, so I try to make it a little bit too high here, I believe. And I end up hitting the top of the flag stick. So we finish up again. So we're good about the pars. This one is again, it's a forehand friendly hole. Big turnover shot required. I turn on it a little bit too much. It ends up being almost a roller. This hole is set up good for Keith as a left-hand thrower sometimes. So he just again lets it go too early. He just goes into the bushes. We didn't take a mine. Again, it's more or less don't really have a good shot at birdie. You just have to throw it up there and get it close. Again, Keith tries to jump putt and got a little bit too high. So I'm here. We just go ahead and finish it off for our par. All right, hole 12. This one is a tricky, especially if it's any wind. You need a good drive. Then the upshot is really the hardest shot of this hole. Keith gets a decent drive here. I think mine would have been decent, but I just threw it too low, and I wasn't really feeling very strong today, so I didn't get a whole lot of power on any throw for some reason. Again, it's a lot of bad form, and it was turning anyway. So this is a difficult upshot because it kind of goes downhill to almost a blind shot, and it's very, very tricky. I wanted to throw a different buzz here, but the wind was blowing. I thought it would have blown my X buzz too far, so I threw the Paige Pierce buzz, and that was a little bit more overstable. I didn't get it far enough to the right, so I put us in some bushes here. But this is still a makeable putt that we should be able to make to save par, and I just dink it. Didn't get it high enough. I think Keith was too worried about that little bush in his booty, and he just airballs it. So next hole. Again, I think the highs are right on this just to kind of give us a safe play, make sure we have par. So it allows Keith to try to shoot the gap right here. He's able to do that and get us pretty close for our birdie opportunity, a real good birdie opportunity. Almost hold to get our stroke back. Again, this is a Keith trying for some birdie. It's one of the worst sounds in disc golf right here, unfortunately. When you hit that band, nobody likes that. And then let's see what I do right here. Try to save birdie. Can we get it done? And I get a chain out. So again, that basket it did us dirty this hole. All right, hole 14. This is another long one. Sets up great for Keith. He throws a decent shot, but again, it starts to fade out too quick. And we're going to a tree line. I throw a different adventure here, something a little bit more stable. I was trying to turn it over, let it come back, but I didn't really get it turned over. It went across the sidewalk, but I thought it was still in bounds, but the spotter said it was out of bounds. I thought just the sidewalk was out of bounds. So unfortunately, we didn't get it done. All right, so Keith throws his up shot, gets it in there decently. I got to do a turnover right here. I think it would have been good, but it didn't. Catches that branch right there, and it kind of dumps into the creek, so that shot's no good. So Keith's pretty much carrying us on this hole right here. He gets it up there decent close. I'm going to try to do a little hyzer angle right here, hyzer bomb almost, but I throw it too high. I think it's caught in some trees. Wasn't really hyzer bomb, just one of the hyzer skip really. All right, hole 15. I'll go first here, and I pretty much just shoot the gap here, and I park it so it allows Keith to make a good run at it. And again, it's another one of those holes I was at the time probably closest to the pin, but I didn't put in, so I didn't win. So I might have won that one. That's pretty close, but easy birdie. All right, hole 16, nothing wide open field. Again, it's pretty much straight ahead. You just let it rip. If you have a roller, it'd be going for a roller. Keith throws a decent shot. I throw an Avenger here again. My beat-in Avenger, and it turns and just never ever comes back. So it's out there, closer to hole 17. So we got a birdie run. Again, it's long. It's not really makeable. Keith didn't get his close enough for comfort. So again, I just kind of get it close so we can just ensure this par. So we're good for some pars. Nothing wrong with that. Hole 17. This is a short hole. Again, you got to keep it low with all these branches. I don't think either one of us really had good tee shots here. Keith was too low. I ended up throwing my Maverick here. Again, I throw it too high. I'm coming back too low on my backswing. Instead of reaching straight back, I'm kind of swinging motion. So that's something I know as a newer player I got to fix. It just takes some time. I don't really have a whole lot of field work time right now because of working everything else. And that was a terrible shot by me. I didn't get it close enough. Keith gets it close enough. Again, it's still kind of a testy putt, but thankfully he's able to put it in. Because I really didn't feel like having to do that. So right now Keith is kind of carrying us on these last couple of holes. Yeah, I throw a different Avenger, a little older Crystal Z Avenger, and again, that was a little bit more stable. I didn't get it flat enough. I usually have pretty good drives on this hole, but I didn't do it this time. But Keith throws a pretty good shot here. Again, he gets us close enough to be in birdie range. This is makeable, so let's see what happens here. So Keith just airballs it again. Yeah, work on your putting, Keith. Again, I should have made this, and this not being kind to me. I'm usually a decent putter. That's kind of what saves me a lot of times because I'm pretty good at scrambling since my drives are terrible. I try to throw a different disc here, try to find something on the drives. I throw Lucid Escape, again, a little bit too early again. I just didn't get it done. Keith he throws it here, and we into some bushes, but again, it's a little bit better angle than what I had, so you see him down there. He just kind of pitches it up there. I can't really get any good power on it. You can't even see me, so I'm wearing black. But again, so Keith's a little bit better. But again, it's another easy par. Our name, our team name for this tournament was a Tree Hunter, so we definitely fit that bill. All right, last hole, a little short hole, a little bit tricky. There's some gaps. It kind of goes downhill. I don't throw a good shot here. Either one of us did really. I let mine go too late because I opened up too soon, or however you want to say it. But mine ended up being the better shot, so we're able to at least have a decent angle at it as far as trying to save par. I make a little run out of here and come pretty close, but wasn't too bad. So again, this was a tournament for charity, guys. The Wounded Warrior Project. I think the tournament ended up raising just over $5,000 for the Wounded Warriors. So that was good. You see, we ended up being even. So it was a fun time and nice time by all. So thanks for watching, guys.